we perform at a very high level for our customers in a variety of arenas, drywall, carpentry, millwork, window shades, prefabrication, spray fireproofing. We're doing all those things at a very high level. And when people call us up and say, we want you to look at this, or we want you to be part of this, they're not getting a big time operation in terms of how we act. We act very small, so very personal. Whether we're working on a job that we might only have 3 guys on, or a job that we might have 80 guys on, we're giving them the same attention, and they feel like we're trying to serve them, and they're our customers. That's not a typical relationship from a subcontractor back up to a general contractor. It's very adversarial. We try very hard to avoid that because ultimately that's how we're going to get the next job. And so if someone in the field gets exposed to a new tool that will help them perform their job better or with less stress on a joint, or let's say, then we'll work on trying to get them that tool and trying it out to see if it truly is going to do what they think it's going to do. In our prefab shop, where we're trying to prefabricate things that go to a job site, when we first started, we're like, oh, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? Now we're at a point where all those good ideas are coming from the field, and they're saying, we can't do this in the field, we got to do this in the shop, and this is how we're going to do it. And that's really developed even further than I ever really anticipated.
The way we operate, good ideas come from everywhere. They come from apprentices, they come from laborers, they come from drywall finishers, they come from anybody that works for this company. Their voice is heard. Ownership does a great job of valuing what each individual has to say, and it's special to be part of. The biggest impact that I feel that PDM is making right now in the industry is we are taking bits and pieces of past, the way we've always done business, the future with technology, and we're blending that and differentiating ourselves from our competition. Our focus on quality control, safety, the ability to continue to train these employees that helps them grow and grow the union stronger, because we have to differentiate ourselves from the non-union competition. And I think our company has a great impact in bettering the union, as the union provides qualified labor for us as well. So it's a great marriage there. We can take a structure from the bearing wall, load partitions, to the min on the pillow. And we have in the past, we do a lot of work with load bearing partitions, straight through to coordination with the general contractors for interior finishes, millwork installation, fabrication installation, all the way through to FF&E install.
PDM is great because it's almost like a flat organization, like a pancake. So there's the owner, and then there's everybody else. And it's great access to someone who can make all the decisions. So it's very different than my previous employer, which is a big builder, and which was, everything was built and purposely manufactured in a box. And here there's a lot of, let's think outside of the box, let's be creative, because we are not building identical homes. We are building, every project is completely different. And luckily we have an owner who thinks forward and wants to innovate. And so the biggest impact is, right now, is technology. So we have an incredibly diverse staff. So all of our coworkers here are different ages, different backgrounds, different expertise. PDM's biggest challenge is finding talent. And that could be talented carpenters in our field. That could be, which is difficult, but it's much more difficult to find talented estimators and project managers?
Philadelphia D&M is a special company because of all the people that I have working for me are constantly coming up with good ideas. And when they come up with good ideas, they filter back throughout the entire company, and at every level, from project management to estimating, to foreman in the field, to my road superintendent, all the way up to myself, everyone is empowered to act on those good ideas. Construction companies get themselves into trouble is over ego. And what really sets us apart from most of the other construction companies that exist is ego is out the door. So getting back to where the good ideas are coming from, the project managers and the estimators don't have to steal the good ideas for their own benefit. I don't have to steal the ideas of my people to make myself feel better about, our organization. I have no problems giving those guys credit for all those good ideas, and we all make each other smarter as a result of that. We have a reputation for being a very large company. You got a big job, you got to hire Philadelphia D&M because we're going to bring the manpower, we're going to go get it done, and that's a good reputation to have. But last year we did 115, 120 jobs, so they're not all $10 million drywall jobs, and we do a lot of very small work where it might be $100,000. So we don't want them to be thinking of us, okay, well, only when we have a big job do we call Philadelphia D&M. We don't want that. We want them calling us all the time, and we're adapting to what they're doing. We had a large customer of ours who got into a new type of construction, and they called me up and said, we need you to help us learn about this so that when we start doing these jobs, you're going to be our contractor. Didn't know anything about the type of construction, did all the research, and we've done 3 jobs with them now, very complicated work where we've partnered together to figure out how to get these jobs done.